time's continuum, I am the constant that breaks the tide. In my hands, I wield the light of dawn and the shadow of dusk. Past, present, and future are mine to shape as I see fit. I am the keeper of countless tomorrows.
Dawnbreaker! Twilight's Reckoning!
Free at last. The fury of 1,000 tempests flows from my fingertips. Centuries of rage, waiting to be unleashed. Lightning surge! Face the storm! Fury!
Twilight's Reckoning! Dawnbreaker! Twilight's Reckoning! Dawnbreaker! Dawnbreaker!
Lightning surge! Fury! Lightning surge!
Twilight's Reckoning!
Time's continuum, I am the constant that breaks the tide. In my hands, I wield the light of dawn and the shadow of dusk. Past, present, and future are mine to shape as I see fit. I am the keeper of countless tomorrows.
Dawnbreaker! Twilight's Reckoning!
Free at last. The fury of 1,000 tempests flows from my fingertips. Centuries of rage, waiting to be unleashed. Lightning surge! Face the storm! Fury!
Twilight's Reckoning! Dawnbreaker! Twilight's Reckoning! Dawnbreaker! Dawnbreaker!
Lightning surge! Fury! Lightning surge!
Twilight's Reckoning!
I wield the light of dawn and the shadow of dusk. Past, present, and future are mine to shape as I see fit. I am the keeper of countless tomorrows.
Dawnbreaker! Twilight's Reckoning!
Free at last. The fury of 1,000 tempests flows from my fingertips. Centuries of rage, waiting to be unleashed. Lightning surge! Face the storm! Fury!
Twilight's Reckoning! Dawnbreaker! Twilight's Reckoning! Dawnbreaker! Dawnbreaker!
Lightning surge! Fury! Lightning surge!
Twilight's Reckoning!
Time's continuum, I am the constant that breaks the tide. In my hands, I wield the light of dawn and the shadow of dusk. Past, present, and future are mine to shape as I see fit. I am the keeper of countless tomorrows.
Dawnbreaker! Twilight's Reckoning!
Free at last. The fury of 1,000 tempests flows from my fingertips. Centuries of rage, waiting to be unleashed. Lightning surge! Face the storm! Fury!
Twilight's Reckoning! Dawnbreaker! Twilight's Reckoning! Dawnbreaker! Dawnbreaker!
Lightning surge! Fury! Lightning surge!
Twilight's Reckoning!
flow of time's continuum, I am the constant that breaks the tide. In my hands, I wield the light of dawn and the shadow of dusk. Past, present, and future are mine to shape as I see fit. I am the keeper of countless tomorrows.
Dawnbreaker! Twilight's Reckoning!
Free at last. The fury of 1,000 tempests flows from my fingertips. Centuries of rage, waiting to be unleashed. Lightning surge! Face the storm! Fury!
Twilight's Reckoning! Dawnbreaker! Twilight's Reckoning! Dawnbreaker! Dawnbreaker!
Lightning surge! Fury! Lightning surge!
Twilight's Reckoning!
A weariness inside, paranoia always following in stride, till the day that I became a spirit guide. My purpose won't be denied. Through the right my body started to rehash. Now I feel a heat that scorches me to ash. All this pressure and the energy combined, I'm bound beneath the weight of the divine. I am booming with the fire. No more obsession, fire. Only possession. Look at how it's burning through. From the ash I am born anew, summoning a storm inside the sacred breath of life.
Next stop, Evergarden Station.
Madness grows and I feel no remorse. Half machine and unstoppable force. Only in the searing pain am I alive. My power in overdrive. At the station I'm surrounded by a crowd, full of souls who seek a vengeance so avowed. Shedding shells of spirits who I must defend, to break the shackles so they can ascend.
All right, welcome once again, guys. Welcome to the finals, the one that sets it up, the one that decides who walks away with that top prize. And tonight, I'm not gonna be the only one doing my thing here because this is a big one, and these are two strong teams clashing against each other. So I'm gonna have someone that's really dependable when it comes to casting and when it comes to making the games immersive as possible. And with me in person, I have Carl here, the one and only from Real Time Production here. Welcome and good evening, Carl. How you feeling here on the street?
I can't lie, the glaze is too much, man. It is too much. Try to relax, bro. Hey, man. Hello, hello, hello. I'm glad to be here. And we are at the finals, man. I've said so far, it's been a very long event. And finally, we are at the finals. And Bet of Prey versus Valkyries is our very first. So, yeah. Black Martin, what do you think about this so far? You know, you've been the one handling the whole game. So, you know, what do you think about the final match so far?
There's a lot of things here that could actually go right because Delta Prey, they've been a very strong team so far. They've faced some tough opponents, and then they've really just decimated some opponents in return as well. But Valkyries has just been styling, and we've got some players here to look out for. We've got Zell, especially on the side of Valkyries. We've got to be keeping our eye on them. But Valkyries is a team that has pulled goes through the group stages. They really never really settled for less. But Birds of Prey are just undefeated at this point. They never lost a single game until the finals. So Carl, yeah, that's about that. Birds of Prey are the undefeated, and Valkyries are the ones that are trying to change the narrative.
I mean, to be fair, if the fact that they haven't lost in the game, yeah, get ready on the game, Black Martyr. So now for the fact that they haven't lost a single game here, from what you just said, for why it's still on the scoreboard, yeah, I can see 2-0, 2-0. They've literally been able to come all the way to the finals, yeah, without dropping any map so far. And I mean, that tells you what they're here for. They've got their eyes set on that crown and they want to be the kings, or rather the queens of the ladies tournament here. So, and finally they have one final shot at getting that crown on. It's going to be at the finals here. It's going to be versus the Valkyries. And, you know, now maybe we could even go a little bit deeper and actually ask about predictions here. So, Black Martin, what do you think? Is it going to be, it's the best of 5 here. So, do you think it's going to be 3-0? Or maybe Valkyries are going to be shocking to, like, they might just, you know, maybe contest maps. So, maybe even go with the whole thing. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think?
It could be a very tight one because as much as Birds of Prey are a really strong team, Valkyries are really not something you should mess with because they've got a very good players there. We've got Zell, we've got Miss, we've got Momoy, we've got Noxie. But on the side of Birds of Prey, we've got Ryuka there. That mid laner is something we should be looking out for. Is someone we should be looking out for. She's got the stuff of mages in the mid lane. So honestly, in a best of 5, I think we're gonna be looking at some close of a close call here, probably 3-2. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick to that because I don't want to underestimate Valkyries, even though Birds of Prey have shown great promise so far.
I mean, personally, I'm just here for the action. I just want to see what they are going to do, and I don't think I want to predict anything particularly because we haven't seen Valkyries play before. I've seen Birds of Prey. I have seen them twice now. I didn't watch the last game. Yeah, it was like yesterday, I think. I did see them play before that as well. So I can say for sure I know how good they are and I know what they can actually go and cook. But now it's the final here, so I'm looking forward to seeing what Valkyries are going to offer. Maybe a close game, or maybe even see Valkyries go and win the whole thing. But I guess the very first game will set the pace for the rest of the evening as we are about to go into that first map.
Okay, so I think we just got into the draft phase, and so far so good. This is still early. There's a lot of things that could go right with the drafting. And so far so good. There are a lot of options here, but definitely you want to try your best to take down some heroes that can be very problematic, especially that Aurora of Zell. You don't want to give Zell that advantage there. You really don't want to make sure that she's a problem, especially Ryuka's Vexana as well. They really need to make sure they get the drafting phase right, because if they don't, that is not going to set a good pace for them in the first game. And you know how it is for the best of fives. Who takes the first game gets to set the pace for the earlies and the mids, and the draft was what matters in games like this. This is the grand finals, man. There's a lot of stake here, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. So, of course, the thing about drafting is, I think teams actually win the drafting phase here, and then Shit's got to lose how you think. So, draft is really important, but ultimately as well, the team chemistry going into the match itself is going to be a major part. But now that we are here at the drafting phase, you want to also make sure you are trying to be the one winning the drafting phase. And you did say that Aurora has to be a very important band, but so far I haven't seen them take the Aurora down, and that might be a problem because if Zell picks that up, then I don't know what they are going to use to go and counter. Because I know Aurora CC is something you never want to go up against. It's never something you want to go up against, man. Never.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want to go against that. And definitely, you also don't want to make sure, you also want to make sure you are not in the mist and you're not caught in that CC. Because if you are, and if there's one thing that I know Birds of Prey are good at, it's that they're good at following up with those engagements. And Valkyries have to keep that in mind, because Birds of Prey have learned something they've learned something really dangerous, which is really just making sure that they for they're really just making sure that they have tradeless team fights. I mean, can you imagine that thing, Carl? Tradeless team fights. They play team fights and they don't actually lose a member. And Birds of Prey did that throughout the second game yesterday in the best of three they played. And hopefully they get to do it again, because that's some styling right there. You get to make it the finals interesting, but I'm sure Valkyries has something in store whenever they try to pull that. You can see the star-crossed lovers, Camilla and Sicilian picked here. So definitely we're going to be seeing some moonlit wilds and a lot of blood damage here, man.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I think they have to call out the fact that Zell did not go for the Aurora pick. So, Sicilian also a very crazy late game burst damage for the man. So that might be a very good call as well. So yeah, I mean, so far I can see like he did say, the Camilla and the Sicilian. I never like to go up against those two. The combo is absolutely insane and can have a lot of damage, especially in team fights. Well, sorry for the Gato pick here. One of those sustained heroes, the Bones of Steel, the man himself. But I have the Xbox also for all that regen. So, well, so far so good. I think the EXP and the Roman now forward side of that secure already locked in. And for Valkyries, they have the Mage and the Brom. So, yeah, we're still going so far. The MM now, Melissa versus the Granger. Yeah, I think that's quite a balanced one. It's going to come down to how well you know how to play the heroes. It's going to come down to the person that's playing the heroes here, not the actual heroes ultimately. But you also need to make sure, again, you are winning that draft thing. But the Melissa versus the Granger Black Martyr, you're the professional here. What do you think about that?
Well, Melissa versus a Granger, definitely we've got some range there on the Melissa. We eyes on you, but then again, don't forget the Dead Sonatas from that Granger. But I think the Granger is going to be more of a threat in the late game, especially when you get enough stacks. And when I say stacks, I mean Capriccio stacks, not the Sky Piercer one, because we all know that once Granger has 3 numbers on the Capriccio, that is definitely going to hurt in the late games. But so far, so good. Range-wise, yeah, we're going to give that to Melissa because of the eyes on you and the multi-targeting. But with damage, yeah, I think Granger's going to take that one. But yeah, going to struggle a little bit in the early games here. Melissa has the early game advantage, but Granger also has that early game advantage with Rhapsody. But with time, I think Melissa is going to fall off and Granger is going to take it, man.
I mean, I love how well you and the Lions have said. I can't lie, because personally, I do. I just like to go for the action and start shouting. Oh my god, this is what's happening there. But you and the Lions have is so beautiful, man. You are such a good caster. And yeah, the Granger, has a lot of late game, should I say, presence and dominance, because once he gets those stacks, I've literally seen the Granger on 400 stacks. And my God, if that thing literally touches you, you're squishy. That's 2 times, so you're gone. That's how bad it can be in that late game. So you want to make sure you're not letting Granger farm. If you're now Birds of Prey, your first target would be shot Granger down the early game. Don't let that man farm. Let your Melissa get the higher gold, and that would be definitely helping your team in the late game stage.
Yep, definitely gonna be helping you achieve in the late games. You really want to make sure that Granger has enough time to stack up, because really it's gonna be those clutchy situations, especially now. You can see the lineup here on Better Prey. K Black still maintaining that pick there with the Gato. I really don't know why they didn't take down the Gato. I think they should have taken down the Gato as the first ban, but them giving them the Gato, I think they're gonna try to test the waters here, but not really a wise move, because K Black, that's kind of a signature pick there. Might give them a little issue, but the Starcross lovers just might have something against that. We don't want to underestimate the cost of blood and the bat impact, but here with Granger, I think they can make work of the Gato, because when the Granger has that malefic roar with those dead sonatas, I think even K Black is gonna have to retreat on that one. Or you can see the Mia pick, they're threatening the Mia pick here, but then it's the Odette and the Mia. I mean, Mia is starting to get a bit popular, man, in the tournaments.
Do you see there's no jungler there? I don't think I'm the only person seeing that so far. There's a Gato, there's a Melissa there with the Inspire. There's a Flicker for Expo. There's a Debt with the Mage for sure. And there's also Mia with the Inspire. So obviously, they do not have a jungler. I don't know what this is. So I'm very sure there might be a redraft or regame there. I don't know what this is for. I don't know. Black Martin, I might see it double. Do I need new glasses again? I think I need to get new glasses soon, guys.
Yeah, definitely. That is not you, man. That is what's happening, because they don't have a jungler. Neither do they have any character here. Okay, an Xbox can actually jungle, but I don't really know, man. They have two marksman here, Mia and Melissa. So probably they're gonna kind of substitute here. But I think they might redraft. They might have to redraft this thing, but I don't think they're gonna permit them to do that. I don't think that's gonna be up to the ref. That's gonna be up to Yorichi, because he's the ref of the game. So he's gonna whether whether he's gonna award them the redraft or they're gonna play like that, because this is starting to create. Yeah, that's it. That's the redraft, guys. That's the redraft. Okay. So we're gonna get back to the redraft.
Obviously, what would you expect? It's like I'm saying that fact where there's Team Maxman. Hello, Echo. Great, Echo. Thank you. I'm saying Team Maxman, and once I saw that Mia get locked in, I'm like, I don't get it. Are you trying to maybe Melissa jungle? I have played a game before where we had the Melissa jungle, but that was because we did not have a jungler, and she had to cover up last minute for us. And actually, she cooked, we won that game. But ultimately, it's all about teamwork here. Teamwork wins you games, because you can actually play 5 mages and still win the game. It's all about teamwork and knowing when to push and when to gank, obviously. But then, in a final, I don't think you want to make that bet of Team Maxman, no jungler. I don't think you want to make that bet. I don't think that's the same one. Never.
Yep, I definitely don't think it is either, because you really want to make sure that you've got someone that has some level of utility for your jungle, because using a Melissa jungle, yeah, you've got the damage, yeah, but where's the utility? Where's the CC? Where's the situations when she's zoned out? Even if you do have a good tank, which they don't in that lineup, I don't see Xbox doing the zoning out. You can try with the fire sticks and the last insanity, but how far can you go using your ultimate to zone out enemies? They have to just redraft. They just have to do it. They cannot afford to restart. But that is going to be it. And this is not going to take time. I think they're just going to do the same thing. And there's the warning from the players as well as Yorichi, the ref, giving them the warning. I don't think they're going to want to try this again. They might not be awarded the redraft, but hey, let's see how it goes. Mistakes happen, guys. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Don't forget, it's still the finals. And I'm here again with Carl. And the stream is handled by Real Time Production. And thanks to Jared for handling the stream at back behind. And really, thank you so much for being here with me, Carl, this evening.
I am glad to be here. I can't lie. I am glad to be here. Thank you for having me, Risky. Again, yeah, I mean, you do have to think about the fact that maybe that was a mistake to pick there, because if you look at I don't think in the finals you want to make that bet with Mia and Melissa in a single team. So maybe a mistake here, but she did have time and she did lock it in still. So I don't know what that was, but now we head into that redraft, and I'm now thinking very curious to see what they are going to pick as the jungler this time. And also, mind you, in that draft, Birds of Prey did not ban all 5 enemies, or rather, all 5 heroes they had to ban. They only banned 4. So, you know, I don't know what the problems were for them. Hopefully, they're just going to fix that before the next draft. And again, I think now I want to be a little bit bold here with predictions so far, and I want to say 3-2 is going to be our final score in the best of 5. But I don't know who's going to get in that 3-2. I guess we are going to find out during the actual game itself, Black Martin.
Yep, we're going to find. Okay, yeah, do your thing. Go to intermission.
Welcome aboard Metro Zero. All souls must remain inside the train at all times.
All alone, I felt a weariness inside. Paranoia always following in stride. Till the day that I became a spirit guide. My purpose won't be denied. Through the right, my body started to rehash. Now I feel a heat that scorches me to ash. All this pressure and the energy combined, I'm bound beneath the weight of the divine. I am moving with the fire. No more obsession, fire. Only possession. Look at how it's burning through. From the ash I am born anew. Summoning a storm inside the sacred breath of life.
Next stop, Evergarden Station.
Madness grows and I feel no remorse. Half machine and unstoppable force. Only in the searing pain am I alive. My power in overdrive. At the station I'm surrounded by a crowd full of souls who seek a vengeance so avowed. Shedding shells of spirits who I must defend. To break the shackles so they can ascend. The sacred breath of life.
Now arriving at the terminal station, Evergarden Station. Welcome aboard Metro Zero. All souls must remain inside the train at all times.
All alone, I felt a weariness inside. Paranoia always following in stride. Till the day that I became a spirit guide. My purpose won't be denied. Through the right, my body started to rehash. Now I feel a heat that scorches me to ash. All this pressure and the energy combined, I'm bound beneath the weight of the
continuum, I am the constant that breaks the tide. In my hands, I wield the light of dawn and the shadow of dusk. Past, present, and future are mine to shape as I see fit. I am the keeper of countless tomorrows.
Dawnbreaker! Twilight's Reckoning!
Free at last. The fury of 1,000 tempests flows from my fingertips. Centuries of rage, waiting to be unleashed. Lightning surge! Face the storm! Fury!
Twilight's Reckoning! Dawnbreaker! Twilight's Reckoning! Dawnbreaker! Dawnbreaker!
Lightning surge! Fury! Lightning surge!
Twilight's Reckoning!
continuum, I am the constant that breaks the tide. In my hands, I wield the light of dawn and the shadow of dusk. Past, present, and future are mine to shape as I see fit. I am the keeper of countless tomorrows.
Dawnbreaker! Twilight's Reckoning!
Free at last. The fury of 1,000 tempests flows from my fingertips. Centuries of rage, waiting to be unleashed. Lightning surge! Face the storm! Fury!
Twilight's Reckoning! Dawnbreaker! Twilight's Reckoning! Dawnbreaker! Dawnbreaker!
Lightning surge! Fury! Lightning surge!
Twilight's Reckoning!
hands, I wield the light of dawn and the shadow of dusk. Past, present, and future are mine to shape as I see fit. I am the keeper of countless tomorrows.
Dawnbreaker! Twilight's Reckoning!
Free at last. The fury of 1,000 tempests flows from my fingertips. Centuries of rage, waiting to be unleashed. Lightning surge! Face the storm! Fury!
Twilight's Reckoning! Dawnbreaker! Twilight's Reckoning! Dawnbreaker! Dawnbreaker!
Lightning surge! Fury! Lightning surge!
Twilight's Reckoning!
time's continuum, I am the constant that breaks the tide. In my hands, I wield the light of dawn and the shadow of dusk. Past, present, and future are mine to shape as I see fit. I am the keeper of countless tomorrows.
Dawnbreaker! Twilight's Reckoning!
Free at last. The fury of 1,000 tempests flows from my fingertips. Centuries of rage, waiting to be unleashed. Lightning surge! Face the storm! Fury!
Twilight's Reckoning! Dawnbreaker! Twilight's Reckoning! Dawnbreaker! Dawnbreaker!
Lightning surge! Fury! Lightning surge!
Twilight's Reckoning!
time's continuum, I am the constant that breaks the tide. In my hands, I wield the light of dawn and the shadow of dusk. Past, present, and future are mine to shape as I see fit. I am the keeper of countless tomorrows.
Dawnbreaker! Twilight's Reckoning!
Free at last. The fury of 1,000 tempests flows from my fingertips. Centuries of rage, waiting to be unleashed. Lightning surge! Face the storm! Fury!
Twilight's Reckoning! Dawnbreaker! Twilight's Reckoning! Dawnbreaker! Dawnbreaker!
Lightning surge! Fury! Lightning surge!
Twilight's Reckoning!
continuum, I am the constant that breaks the tide. In my hands, I wield the light of dawn and the shadow of dusk. Past, present, and future are mine to shape as I see fit. I am the keeper of countless tomorrows.
Dawnbreaker! Twilight's Reckoning!
Free at last. The fury of 1,000 tempests flows from my fingertips. Centuries of rage, waiting to be unleashed. Lightning surge! Face the storm! Fury!
Twilight's Reckoning! Dawnbreaker! Twilight's Reckoning! Dawnbreaker! Dawnbreaker!
Lightning surge! Fury! Lightning surge!
Twilight's Reckoning!
continuum, I am the constant that breaks the tide. In my hands, I wield the light of dawn and the shadow of dusk. Past, present, and future are mine to shape as I see fit. I am the keeper of countless tomorrows.
Dawnbreaker! Twilight's Reckoning!
Free at last. The fury of 1,000 tempests flows from my fingertips. Centuries of rage, waiting to be unleashed. Lightning surge! Face the storm! Fury!
Twilight's Reckoning! Dawnbreaker! Twilight's Reckoning! Dawnbreaker! Dawnbreaker!
Lightning surge! Fury! Lightning surge!
Twilight's Reckoning!
Cut the music, I'ma need my